Psalm 82 in Hebrew. We're going to start after this. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel. APTTMH Live. All praise to the Most High Yah. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom. Giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the one who sees all and is not seen, the one who judges all and is not judged. Brothers and sisters, this is going to be a short presentation, and we want to sit there and bring this out, brothers and sisters, to the people because of some of the things that have been stated. This is no disrespect, bash, or insult toward anyone. This is due to comments that have been left on the internet between somebody and myself. I did not, brothers and sisters, sit there and have the person's name put up there because that's not necessary. Being that, for one, it's not necessary, and two, it's a common shared thought by many people that we want to address. So again, this is not to bash or disrespect or insult anyone in that particular case. When, brothers and sisters, a brother, sister, or matter of bringing things out in that particular matter, I definitely do not do it to embarrass or humiliate anyone, as nobody is perfect. You have to treat people the way, brothers and sisters, you care to be treated. And so in this particular case, we want to, again, and give an honor and praise unto the Most High, the one who sees all and is not seen, the one who judges all and is not judged. We want to sit there and ask you all to hopefully subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share, if you will. And if you are able to hear me well, and if you're in good spirits, please type in the number 4. We know that this is an unusual time, but we still want to bring this out to the family, if you will. All right, just bear with me 1 second. And let us get into this. This is on the platforms Mordeh Yeshaya Torah Lessons, Mordeh Yeshaya History Lessons, and Mordeh Yeshaya History Lessons 2. So let us get into this, if we will, and pull up the PowerPoint. Thank you for that, brothers and sisters, in this particular case. All right. We have it here. Shalom, giving honor to the Creator. This presentation is brought to you by Danitepublications. We hope you all are well, and we ask you to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. A person, not just Africa's children as we know them, but also Africa's children who inhabit this America's land 400 to 800 years before the transatlantic slave trade. African Americans carry the blood of Native American and stolen Africans. Quote, Indians don't just look like Indians. Look at the drawings and especially artifacts. The quote, Indians were black-skinned, dark, and the ones not killed were captured like POWs or prisoners of war into slavery and taught they were 100% from Africa. Now, brothers and sisters, as a brother who does not disavow the fact that there were people of color here prior to the Atlantic slave trade, as been pointed out by many people such as Michael Bradley, such as Ivan Sertima, among others, we want to point out that the bulk of the people of whom we're speaking of, who have the names of Carter, Hutchinson, Smith, Johnson, Stevenson, and things of that kind of nature, are the descendants of those primarily that were brought over from Western, Central, and even some cases Eastern Africa. In the book that I wrote called From Assyria to America, I point out the fact of the transatlantic slave trade that came, brothers and sisters, from Madagascar and or Mozambique, for those who are interested, going all the way into the place of Manhattan of today. It's a chapter in that book called From Madagascar to Manhattan. The Portuguese used to bring our ancestors from Eastern Africa, Southeast Africa, over to the place that we call Manhattan of today. So these are things we care to bring out in this particular case. But let's look at this comment that a person, again, not putting in the name up there because it's not always necessary to quote, put someone on blast, because many people share this and it's just not a nice thing to sit there and say, this person said this, or this person is wrong, and everything like that. You don't have to big yourself up by showing who's wrong. Just bring your knowledge and the Most High bless. It says here, not just Africa's children as we know them, but also Africa's children who inhabit this America's land 400 to 800 years before the transatlantic slave trade. African Americans carry the blood of Native American and stolen Africans. That's not denied. Quote, Indians don't just look like Indians. Look at the drawings and especially artifacts. The quote, Indians were black-skinned, dark, and the ones not killed were captured like POWs, prisoners of wars, into slavery and taught they were 100% from Africa. Here's the question, if we will, family. How is it that people are children of Africa who were called Native Americans, and their children were taught that they were 100% Africa or 100% from Africa? If people came from Africa to the Americas, and those who came from Africa to the Americas on their own volition were called, as time went on, Native Americans, how was it a bad or incorrect thing to teach their descendants that they are 100% from Africa? If you were born in the United States, you know some way, shape, form, or fashion, if you didn't migrate on your own to the United States, then somebody before you migrated to the United States of today, or North America, to put it in bigger terms, of today. So this is just a question to ask in that regard. Let's go on, brothers and sisters, in this. My response was this: Africa's children who inhabited this America's land, African Americans carry the blood of Native American and stolen Africans. The, quote, Indians were black skin, dark, and the ones not killed were captured like POWs, prisoners of war, into slavery and taught they were 100% from Africa. Now that's the statement, with me posting it to the person. The above, now this is my response. The above, I have a question about. If the people who were, quote, Indians were Africa's children who inhabited this America's land, or taught they were 100% from Africa, how can it not be true? If you are children of Africa in the Americas, and you are who your parents are, how can it be wrong for them to be 100% African? Brothers and sisters, that's a question. Because what seems to happen in some cases is people will say, yeah, Mama Africa or Mother Africa, and you come from your mother, but then sit there and say that they are indigenous, native, or autochthonous to this Western Hemisphere. So these are things we care to bring out and ask for edification purposes. I first saw what you would call, for the lack of a better term, Black Indians or indigenous people or Native Americans who are the same complexion as myself. When I was 11, I first saw that inside of a book, and I said, wow, they're dark. Even as I began to sit there and watch some of the cartoons, brothers and sisters showing the Indian, if you will, they were browner in complexion. Even when they had a thing about slavery, I think it was some cartoon. If I get the name, I'll put it in the comments. And they showed the Indians, for the lack of a better term, not being the Sitting Bull or the Nez Perce kind of images that they want to sit there and show. We have documentation from Europeans, for whatever it's worth, that speak about the Indians, for the lack of a better term, whom they saw being copper tone, if you will. And we already know that copper, or, quote, Indian brown, is not Caucasoid in complexion, if we will. Some have taken knowing that to sit there and state that Africa is not to be acknowledged as to where we as a people also come from. But if the person is saying that the people were black, dark skinned, and were called Native Americans, but are from Africa, then how can it be wrong to state that we are, quote, 100% African? That's a question I have. In that particular case, this video is concluded. We're not going to, in this juncture, talk about Scipio Africanus, and we're not going to talk about America Vespucci and things of that kind of nature. We're not going to sit there and talk about Herodotus, and who coined the terms called Indian, if you will. That's not the thesis of this. We want to just ask a question based upon a statement in this particular case. Hoping and praying that everybody is well and will be better. Giving honor and praise unto the Most High. Subscribe to the channel. We intend later on today, being, quote, May 30th, say around 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to do more presentations on history brothers and sisters. So we hope everybody is well and will be better. Check the description. Thank you for that. Shalom. Much respect on the human level to my lady Sarah, who was helping me moderate and influence me on and offline. Shalom. To the people subscribe, comment, like, and share, and bought the books, it's appreciated. Most I bless.